Hi, everyone, and welcome to a 31st edition of Klugula Reads His Classics. I was digging through some old folders and I found this piece. I don't know if you can see, that is some serious old school cursive handwriting. Like this is either 7th or 8th grade, so that's what, 12 or 13 years old, somewhere in there. And this was for, I believe, an English class, and if I recall, this was for Mr. Burrington, for anyone that's watching that remembers Mr. Burrington back in the day. So this one's called The Abandoned House, Part 1. There are some notations from Mr. Burrington as well. Uh, the house in the middle of the trailer court was abandoned. Its shutters were nailed shut, the doors were too. As Ben walked past, he heard a noise he couldn't describe. As he looked up at the old abandoned house, his friend Ron was looking at the girls across the street. As they walked away from the house, Ron said, "Ben, look at her. She's kind of cute. What do you think?" Ben paid no attention. Paid is P-A-Y-E-D, by the way, and that wasn't caught. Okay. He had his eyes set on the house. "Ben, earth to Ben," said Ron. "Repeat, earth to Ben." "Oh, I'm sorry, Ron," said Ben. "It's just the house. It's so weird." "Now, would you please answer the question?" said Ron. "What question?" asked Ben. "Which girl do you think is cuter?" asked Ron. "Out of who?" asked Ben. "Them over—" "Ah, great, they're gone," yelled Ron. "Sorry, Ron," said Ben. "I'm just upset over that house." "What house?" said Ron. "That one that—" said Ben. "It was just there." "I don't see any house," said Ron. "Just forget it," yelled Ben. As Ben and Ron walked away, the house reappeared. The trailer houses disappeared. As Ben and Ron walked, everything disappeared. With each step they took, everything vanished. Ben looked back, and so did Ron. When they looked back, the giant mansion was the only thing left. They both looked at each other in surprise. As they looked forward, nothing was there. The only thing left was the mansion. They began to run for it. When they got to the steps, they started to walk up. When one foot was on the ground and one on the first step, the ground vanished. The house was floating in midair. Ron had already went inside, and Ben was hanging onto a step. "Ron, help me!" yelled Ben. "Help me!" There was no answer. Then Ben tried to get up, but then someone came out, but it wasn't Ron. The end of part 1. Okay, so there is a notation. Sounds like quite a story. Stick with it. So that's from, I believe, Mr. Burrington. And then there is an actual The Abandoned House Part 2, so I won't keep you in suspense. Let's get in right away. As Ben was hanging onto the step, he didn't notice the person or thing that had come out. Then he looked up, and there was a strange mist before him. When he saw it, the mist floated toward him closer and closer. "I am here now," the mist said. "Come to me." "Hey, Ben," said Ron as he came out of the house. "Ben, what are you doing down there?" "Forget about me," yelled Ben. "Get that ghost." "What?" laughed Ron. "Be serious, Ben." "But there was a ghost," insisted Ben. "I'm sure of it. It was right there, and it still is." "Ben, I don't see anything," said Ron. "Now, come on." The two boys went inside the house. The strange mist disappeared. The boys were walking up the stairs inside the house when a cold chill ran through both of them. "I don't like this," said Ben. "Let's get out of here." "And go where?" asked Ron. Forget it," yelled Ben. "Let's go through this door and rest for a while." "Okay," said Ron, "but not for very long." As they opened the door, the strange mist reappeared behind them. They went in and lit. It does say lighted, and that is noted as an issue by my teacher. Lighted a match. While the match still flickered, they could see a bed and a bedside table. Then the match went out. "Hey, where'd my matches go?" asked Ron. The door began to open while Ben and Ron looked for the matches. After a while they looked up, and there was the mist. "There it is!" yelled Ben. "What? You found the matches?" yelled Ron. "No," said Ben. "I found the ghost." "I wish you'd shut up about these ghosts," said Ron. "There isn't any here." "I'm gonna get that ghost," whispered Ben. Ben jumped for the ghost, but the ghost vanished and the door closed. Slam! Boom! Ben fell to the ground. "Ben, are you okay?" asked Ron. "Yeah, Jim, I'm fine," said Ben. "Let's go." The two boys opened the door and walked down the hall. When they got closer to the last door, a trap door opened below them. Down they went. The end of part 2. Now there is a notation here on the second part of The Abandoned House. I like the way you write. You keep me reading. So that's The Abandoned House. That is something I wrote obviously for a classroom exercise, 7th or 8th grade. So yeah, 12, 13, right? Somewhere around there. So yeah, check back tomorrow. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, you can subscribe below, you can like, you can comment, you can spread the word about these wonderful nostalgic little turns into my writing past. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow and close out with the usual quadruple S. Stay safe, stay smart, stay secure, and stay well stocked. Until tomorrow, guys. Bye.